Okay, so this is like relatively late at night. I just got home from the grocery store. But this will be, I forgot the name already. If I just go ahead and I look at what I wrote down. This video will be Redstone simplified, useful concepts and circuits. I'm not too sure if I'll stick with that name when it's posted, but so basically everything that's thrown around randomly over here will be in this video, basically. So we have a 2-block extender, which will send out a signal like this, and it will do this indefinitely, and then when you turn it off, it goes like this, which I'm really proud of this design. It works just how I want it to, so, it's just like this, nothing special. Look at the observer arrow, just that. Nothing underground, none of that. Now, of course, here's the T flip-flop that we've already seen. And here is a smart piston. Whenever something's placed in front of it, it will push it out of the way. Very simple. Redstone torch right under the piston on top, and then redstone dust at an elevated block, and then just going into the back of the piston again. I'm sure there are some other methods you can do for this, like placing another block here and using repeaters or something to bring it over here to make it a little bit smaller, but I decided not to. And here's just a disco floor, I guess. This was just a test here. So this is a vertical 2-block extender, which will send it up, and then it is going to automatically take it back down, unless, I'm honestly not too sure if it works the same way with the lever, like if it will. Okay, yeah, so you have to do a button input. That's unfortunate, but this is all I have. Oh, you're supposed to have to turn it on twice, or did I mess this all up? I think I messed it up. Yeah, I definitely messed this up. It's broken now. Let's just reset this guy right here. Okay, now he's working again. But you can see, very simple. Of course, only if you're trying to get a couple of ticks of a input, which of course you could just use a button for, and it could be used for some other stuff too. But then here's a 2-block extender for falling blocks like sand and concrete powder. And then this was just a little circuit. If anyone else has seen the Mumbo Jumbo video, this is just what it's based on. So we're trying to get a block right here all the way to right here, and this was my take on it. So of course this isn't something that will be like practical. You won't really be using something like this, but you will be using something like this in more advanced redstone, more advanced builds. You might be using something similar to this. And then here was another take on it, which instead of just using this messy redstone, it started using observers, which works just the same way. If I get rid of the prior block, it works similarly, but as you guys can see, it has a lot of inputs from the other pistons, so it's a little bit weird. And then this right here is just it will dispense water, or you can also set it to lava, but it will dispense that, and then when you turn the lever off, it will also turn it off. Which is just, when you normally turn this on with a lever, you will have to click it twice to turn the water off. This just does it like this. And then this was a failed 1-block extender, where it automatically pulls it back out from where it was. And then here, this just puts it back and forth. I didn't really know what to name this, so it just sends the thing back and forth. And then this is a 3-block extender, horizontal, so it will send stuff like this. Very, very simple. Oh, I forgot to show this. It's also very simple. And then right over here, this was a prototype, doesn't really work as well. And then here is the finished block project. if there is a 2 block tall mob, this will automatically throw them, which is kind of funny. And then we have some other stuff here. I don't really have any of this organized, so I don't know what's what. But we'll go over here and we'll look at this. Oh, so this is a vertical flying machine. I just have it set to stop all the way up here. It's a very simple build. Observer facing up, observer facing down. And then it'll stop at any obsidian block if you place it like this. And then just do that. And then I will send it back down. This, of course, is a stasis chamber. I wanted to do it differently than everyone else. So instead of using a hatch, I just used a piston. I'm not going to turn that on because I just don't want to throw another pearl in there. But and then this is a key code door. So whichever pieces that I want to activate my door, which as of current are this and this, the door will activate. But if I put in any incorrect inputs, it will turn it off. Now, it doesn't always have to be a door. I just set that out of habit. But here is a block swapper. Now, of course, you only have to have one of these, but I thought it would be more useful to have multiple in one area, and it made more sense. And I'm honestly pretty sure that you can't even break this by clicking the button really fast, or the lever. And it's a very, very simple build, so it is just, I'll get rid of this shell here real quick. But it's simply just this, as you guys can see it right now. There is a piston that is naturally activated by this redstone torch, and then whenever you click this this lever here, it will turn this on, which turns off the torch, which turns this off, which also turns this off, and this will then, if I'm not wrong, turn this guy on. So if I try and do this, it will work just like that, even though I got rid of the rest of the shell. So that works just fine, and this is just a block swapper. It is for 2 blocks, but it will swap between 2 blocks. And of course, you can't really use this for larger swaps, but it works just fine when you're trying to do something small. And there aren't very many interactable blocks that you can move on Java. Also, yeah, I forgot to state that all of my videos are for Java, so if anything doesn't work in Bedrock or in a lower version of Minecraft, that's probably why. I'm working on 1.20.1 as of right now. This is a keycard door. Oh, okay. I forgot. I kept a copy of this just in case. I did this. For right now, I can just get rid of something from here. Okay. So I'll give myself one of my own keys. And then whenever I throw this in, it will open this and it'll give me my key back. But it is quite fast, so you're going to have to go through the door quick. But it will give your key card back. It'll do all this. I should probably go ahead and grab this and then throw it in here. Okay, I forgot to show off the redstone for this guy. I'm a little bit forgetful. But we've got that, and then we've got this, which abuses the target block mechanic that I show off in one of my previous videos. Advanced redstone concepts, I believe. And this will it will reroute it into here, and of course this does not have to be a target block. I just put it as a target block in a previous version of this, because I made this one from scratch. This one was for the most part my idea. I did a little bit of the work myself. And then it doesn't sound very good. I think it's like a doorbell or something. It sounds more like one of those. I don't think that I'll have you guys listen to this monstrosity, but note blocks change the sound they produce based on which block is under them. So that's a good thing to note that I never actually said. And then here, right over here, we have got this, which is a moving wall that uses the fact that this concrete powder is like this, and then it doesn't look the prettiest because the concrete powder is of course falling. But if I go over to here and I look at this back and forth thing that I showed off just a minute ago. It will show you how you can do this. Just you have to turn it vertical, which is relatively easy, but it's one of the things that you would see in a lifesteal SMP video. I don't think it works exactly like this. This is my own take on it, but it was one of Randy's contraptions. But regardless of that, this right here. Okay, yeah, so this is also a combination lock where I have to turn off both of these in exchange for this guy to turn on. So whenever either of these are on, and then if I turn this guy on, it's the wrong code and it'll just do this. So it's a much simpler combo door than the other one I had. But I like doing things myself and then seeing how I can compact them like this. And then here, of course, is a super smelter, which just uses hopper minecarts to randomize which one gets put into where. Of course, it isn't going to have these exact inputs and outputs like I showed. But you see that you will also get the lava flowing into all these guys, and then you will also get the ores flowing in as well, which will automatically smelt stuff and then put it into the shulker boxes. Of course, for this design, I didn't want to do all this, so I just left all this stuff blank. But as we can see here, this is a bigger variant, which will stack, and what this will do is you will send lava and ores down twice. So for items like cobblestone, which I think might actually be the only block in the game that you would need something like this for, and it's a lot bigger. So you could of course just route this into another super smelter, but I just decided to do this. And geez, this just gives us this just turns, if I were to put lava in these, because of course I didn't put lava in this yet, but if I were to put lava into these smelters or furnaces, and then I were to put a single piece of cobblestone in here, in one of these 5 shulker boxes, I would end up with a piece of smooth stone. And of course this is all randomized. You can see that for the most part none of the hopper minecarts align, except for these two. They kind of align, but it's basically all randomized. But even though you can see that it like barely goes on to this block over here for all of these, it still goes in. I actually had to test this because I was a little bit worried, but it still works. There's not like any redstone in it, I would not say. You've just got levers that activate these, but you could also use redstone torches or something. I just ended up using levers in case I ever wanted to turn it off. Like I could turn off this layer, which of course I'd have to fill these furnaces and shulkers, but same thing. Well, that's pretty much it for this, I believe. Which this video I believe is kind of long. Yeah, 13.5 minutes, which is, I believe it's my longest one. I don't know, but this is just showing off some of the more random contraptions that I built that are still helpful in their own ways, but I couldn't really fit them into a video because, of course, we have RAM and ROM, we've got advanced concepts, we've got encoders and decoders, we've got logic, the simple logic stuff, but I never really had anything that would make sense for that, any of this stuff. So this stuff just gets jumbled into its own video, which tells you these are useful, but they aren't things that you use for mini builds that are like this. You wouldn't be using anything in like a pixel display. But regardless, thank you for watching, and it would be very helpful if you subscribed. I haven't really been saying that in the recent videos, but it would. I am trying to get to a higher subscriber count than I already am. It's not that I've got like a specific goal in mind, but I don't really care about anything else. Just if you want to and you like my videos, please subscribe. It would help me a lot, and thank you for watching. I will be posting this video after the others, a day after. I'm hoping to be posting a video a day. I probably won't end up doing it, and a lot of my videos probably won't end up being Minecraft. I'm not all too sure if I will have different series, so we'll see about that. But as of right now, all my content is Minecraft, and I'm trying to upload every day, which will have to change the day after this video is released, because this is the last thing that I have a video for. But regardless, I made that go on for way too long. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Okay, so this is me once again in post-productions, but I'm just going to show off some of the stuff that I accidentally missed last time. So we've got our red coder, which it doesn't matter what you have here. You can use shulker boxes, chests, anything really, but I just have this as an arrow. The arrow will point to a spot, and of course, if it's pointing to the top right corner, it will only send out a signal of 1. But using a red coder, you can send out that signal specifically all the way up to the end, which using a arrow and an item frame, of course the end would be 8, but I do believe you can extend these to 15 using a lever instead of an arrow. But the redstone is pretty simple. Just fill this in down here. It's all redstone and target blocks. And then right here, torches, more torches, some repeaters. I'll just give you guys a bird's eye view. And it's very, very simple. Just copy all this, make sure that you have the hole in the middle filled with redstone, make sure this is going into a block, and you should have everything doing just fine. And then we also have a jeb door, which is one of the things that many people start off doing redstone doors and stuff with, which it's very simple. You just set up these pistons like this, and then whenever you flick this lever, it has to be on one of these two. It can also be a button, and it'll open the door for a short period, or close the door for a short period of time, and you can use a NOR or a NOT gate if you want to for this. But jeb doors aren't really used that often. And then this should have been in the advanced redstone concepts video, but basically it's locking repeaters. So repeaters can lock. So if I turn this guy on and then I turn this guy on, it will show bedrock, right? And I turn this guy off, it still has that signal of 15 no matter what. So it will always send out that signal until I turn this guy off, then it will get rid of the bedrock, and now this is locked, it can't take any more signal in. So it's a very simple concept, but it is very helpful in some situations, which I haven't really used it for anything yet. Then we have a 2x2 floor door, which is activated using a button. It's very, very simple. Just follow the observer arrows and have the pistons where I put them, and you should be able to make this with that bird's eye view. Click the button, it activates. Click the button again, it opens. And now we also have a horizontal flying machine, which I showed off a vertical one in the original copy of the video, but if you click this note block, it should have pushed this forward. Oh, it's because of that, never mind, sorry. You can place a redstone block on this observer while it's moving, or place a redstone block on this piston while it's moving to stop it in place. But just click the note block, it'll go back and forth. Very helpful for traveling long distances like in the end. And then we can go over and look at the last thing for this part of post-production. Okay, okay, right over here. So you should be able to stack this, but for right now I just have this copy where it is with 1, and it sends signals at perfect timing to do this as fast as I was able to get it. You can do it faster with observers and stuff, but this is how I decided to do it. And of course you can set up a repeating signal, so I can have this go over and over again. And every single time it goes, just starts over again. But I just turned it off because I don't want it to keep going, because this one gets really laggy when you have things going. But that's all for this. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.